Hi, my name is Dean Paul Deniston, and today I'm going to teach you how to replace the batteries on your Razor MX350. This is a pretty easy process and should take you roughly 15 minutes from start to finish. You will need the following tools: a 4mm Allen wrench, a 5mm Allen wrench, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose pliers. This process can be completed in 4 easy steps. Step 1, removing your fairings. Step 2, removing your battery. Step 3, installing your new battery. And Step 4, reinstalling your fairings. As with working on any electric product, make sure you turn off the power before you start. Let's begin with Step 1, removing our fairings. For this step, we'll be removing 3 screws, 1 under the gas cap and 2 in the rear. First, let's take the gas cap off and take a look inside. You'll notice an Allen head screw inside. This is where we're going to take our 5mm Allen wrench and take that screw out. Next, we'll move to the rear and take out the 2 screws back there using the same 5mm Allen wrench. Once all 3 screws are removed, slide the fairing backwards and lift it straight up. Next, let's remove the battery cover. There are 6 Phillips head screws securing the battery cover, so let's take our Phillips head screwdriver and start removing them. Now that you have all 6 screws removed, slide the facepiece straight out and set it aside. When removing the other side, be cautious of the cables connected to the charging port and power switch. For the connector on the charging port, simply pinch the connector and separate. For the power switch, this is where you're going to use your needle nose pliers. Grab down on the back side of the wire and pull straight out. Once you have both those wires disconnected, take your cover and set it aside. And that concludes Step 1, removing our fairings. Now into Step 2, removing our battery. There's a battery tie-down strap securing the batteries to the frame. It is secured by 2 Allen head screws. Take your 4mm Allen wrench and start removing those screws. Once both screws are out, slide the strap straight up and out of the way. Next, trace the wires from the battery and find the connector. Once found, pinch the connector and separate. Now grab your batteries together, lift them straight up, slide them out, and set them aside. And that concludes Step 2, removing your batteries. Now into Step 3, installing your new batteries. Take your brand new batteries, slide them into the battery tray, and set them down. Next, take your battery tie-down strap, slide it over the batteries, and secure it. Remember, you're going to be securing it with your 2 Allen head screws and your 4mm Allen wrench. Once you have your battery tie-down strap secure, take the plug from the battery and plug it in. And that concludes Step 3, installing your new batteries. And now into our final step, Step 4, installing our fairings. We'll begin by putting on our battery cover. Find the one with the switches, and that side goes on the left. First, I like to plug in the power switch. It's these 2 cables. It doesn't matter which one goes on top or bottom, as they are both positive. Next, take the charging port and plug it into the open plug on the harness. Now set it over the battery and line up the holes. Now take the other side and slide it straight on. Now that you have both sides of the battery cover on, line up the holes and start putting your screws in. Remember, the top 2 are the short ones and the other 4 are the long ones. The battery cover's on. Now let's put on the top fairing. Set it back a little bit, slide it forward into place, lining up the holes, and now secure it down with your Allen wrench screws. Let's start with the 2 screws in the rear. For this, we're going to be using our 5mm Allen wrench. And now the one under the gas cap. All 3 screws are on. Now let's put on a gas cap. And that concludes step 4, reinstalling our fairings. Now hit that power switch and take it for a spin. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, but if you are still having any troubles or complications, please feel free to visit the customer support section on Razor.com. See you later, alligator.